Nice to hear the menu music in the actual game. Pretty fitting point. Hello everybody, it is Al Night is Brony time, and welcome to what will probably most likely be the finale of a Dual Destinies. We have kind of cornered him, and we have found that he doesn't have any emotions. So he's basically the Phantom. That's like you can't ignore that evidence that he's not the Phantom. That in fact he flat out just cannot like feel any emotions. But we will prove that here in case today. This will be the final video. I'm going to go till this game is over. And at the end I have a little discussion with you guys about what's next. But for now, let's finish it. Even all his over-the-top expressions and all gestures, he's registering no emotion at all. It's just like I thought, and right in line with the Phantom Psyche profile. Detective Fulbright, this lack of emotion proves you're the Phantom. Hey, what's going on? Wait, hold it. What do you think you're doing, Detective? I'm not doing anything. He's trying to hack into the Moon Matrix program. I can't do anything with it like this. Yeah! Fancy device you have there, but I'll tolerate no cheating, thank you. Ha ha ha! Sorry about that. As undercover agent, I tend to use my secret arsenal without even thinking. More like as a spy. Thanks, Prosecutor Blackwell. There, now that you can't hack me anymore, I dare you to try to hide your lack of emotions from us. Ha ha ha! Lack of emotion? What are you talking about? Of course I have feelings! As a matter of fact, you've wounded me very deeply with that accusation. What's going on? All of a sudden I'm getting an overwhelming happy reading. Huh? But he's literally crying us a river over there. Oops, my mistake. How about this? Gah! Yikes, now he's angry all of a sudden. What's he trying to pull? Like as not, it would appear our friend is not completely without emotion. It's just as it says in Dr. Sykes' profile of the Phantom. The subject has a unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation. Oh, I get it. So he has some emotions, right? Precisely, which leads me to wonder why you can't sense any emotions from him at all. I believe it's most likely because he is controlling his emotions. Ah! Wow, I'm surprised the game did this. I watch a YouTuber called Dr. Mick. Nope, never mind. This is the complete opposite. This is all bullshit. I'm sorry, I mistook what he said. Basically, you cannot control your emotions. You can affect, well, in this case you can, it's a video game, but in real life you can't, like, control your emotions. You can just affect how you respond to emotion. That's it. I'm sorry. I tried to look super smart and I just look like an idiot. Very good, Prosecutor Blackwell. You're correct. It's a result of my daily training. A very important skill for us undercover investigators, you know. More like for us spies. Seriously. But I wonder why he suddenly showed several strong emotions. Wait a minute. I think I know. I sense there's a feeling you're trying to hide with your exaggerated emotions, Detective. Haha! A feeling I'm trying to hide. That's a good one. You're the ones who have been saying that I'm a phantom because I don't have any emotions. I was just trying to show you the range of deep emotions I truly possess. Then you have no objections to me analyzing you, right? No. Analyze away. I will state it again. I am not the Phantom. And be forewarned that your analysis will have no effect. Because you're about to see what an undercover agent can really do. Me the Phantom? No way! Oh, I'm so sad. I told you I have emotions. How dare you accuse me of being... Oh! He's feeling sad the whole time. Let me try this. Yeah, why are you... I found it! I found the one emotion you're truly feeling. What? Hidden in the middle of that chaotic storm, I saw one emotion that never disappeared. And you talked about the moon rock. You felt a fear that wouldn't fade. Fear, huh? A fear that a man with hardly any emotion feels, huh? And it was a response to that moon rock. Detective Fulbright, I presume you feel fear concerning the moon rock because your identity will be revealed. Of course, that's it! Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true— oh, god damn it. These freaking flashbacks. Detective Fulbright, I think I know why you would feel afraid. You're afraid that the moon rock will somehow reveal your identity. If his identity were revealed, he would be killed immediately. That's certainly enough to make even the Phantom feel afraid. Me? Afraid? I don't know what you're talking about. So there really is something about the moon rock that would reveal his identity? Apparently so. Wait a minute. Maybe the Phantom didn't so much steal the moon rock, but more like he had to take it with him. Because there was something on it that would reveal his true identity.
Hold it!
Where do you think you're going? Me? I'm not going anywhere. Is it just me, or was he going to use that weird watch thing to try to get away? How many more of those toys does he have? Where can I get myself some? Detective Fulbright, you will answer honestly to this court right now. Why do you feel fear in connection with the moon rock? In justice we trust, not emotions, Mr. Lawyer. Evidence is everything. I'm the Phantom because I'm afraid. Don't make me laugh. Ah, and what was that just now? But all human beings have hearts and experience emotions. Sometimes analyze a case from a psychological perspective is the best way to find the truth. It's all just a waste of time. All your efforts at analysis serve no purpose. And now in this dark age of the law, nobody would believe your claim that it's effective. In an era where evidence is fabricated, do you truly accept feelings to be accepted as proof? And where exactly is your proof that I fear the moon rock anyway? Well, I admit I don't have any conventional proof, but I still say that examining a person's heart has its merits. Oh, really? Then why don't you listen carefully with those special ears of yours? Listen to the voices of the hearts of the people in the gallery. All I hear is distrust. As you can see, the people are on my side. Because all they see is a strange little girl using a weird little machine. But it's not like he's analytical psychologist to falsely accuse people. Uh-oh, he's got Athena doubting herself. Miss Sykes' analytical psychology has breathed new life into the courtroom. It has freed the hearts of many witnesses, and has been a key in getting to the truth. Ha ha ha! What nonsense! Your Honor, the defense claim is a false one. I don't feel any kind of fear when it comes to the moon rock. I see. I see. Very well, I will give the opinion of this court. In a trial, I don't feel that a person's emotions are quite as compelling as actual evidence is. But, Your Honor... There! You see? Nobody believes you and your trumped-up charges. However, I do believe Miss Sykes' analysis can contribute to making the truth clear. I have seen her do this firsthand several times already. Surely you jest. So does this mean you'll accept my findings in this trial, Your Honor? Yes, I believe your claim, Miss Sykes. I think there is merit in examining why the witness feels fear in regard to the moon rock. That is the court's opinion on this matter. And that's a win for me. No, a win for analytical psychology. Now, Mr. Phantom, you will tell this court the reason for your fear. Analytical psychology, my fears? Fine! I'll show you precisely why those abstract things can't be considered evidence. I felt fear when I thought about the moon rock because it reminded me of the Phantom. Yes, I'm very afraid of it because it took my family hostage. What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? None at all! So the very fact that I'm afraid of that moon rock means I'm not him. In fact, I'm on the side of justice! And there you have it. Now do you see why I'm afraid of the moon rock? Now do you see why I'm afraid of the moon rock? Sure, you sound convincing enough. But so does any two-bit con artist. It's all meaningless in the absence of evidence. The Phantom is like the mist. No flesh, no bones. My sword alone cannot cut it. Right, Dono? With your deductive reasoning and the body of evidence before us, let us send this miserable Phantom fellow to the other world together. You and I, Prosecutor Blackwell. We have a duty to bring the Phantom down and restore the people's faith in the courts. Indeed, by covering for Athena, I allowed the Phantom to escape. And as a prosecutor, I gave birth to the people's mistrust with my murder conviction. I bear part of the responsibility as well, for being suspected of forging evidence and losing my attorney's badge as a result. The two of us and the Phantom were there at the beginning of the dark age of the law. And it is also our burden to cut away the foul scepter we created, is it not? Until all that remains is the righteousness of the court and the faith of the people. Trust? Understanding? Ha! Fragile ideals of the masses who are controlled by emotion. Humans can't truly trust each other, which is exactly why the illusion of trust is so enticing.
Objection!
Once two people overcome their misgivings, that's where real trust is to be found. You're free to believe what you want, but trust like that is stronger than you and your lies always. Yeah, sure.
Objection!
Detective Fulbright, I assume you know what this is. Of course, that's the knife the Phantom used to kill Clay Turan. That's right, and the exact same type of knife Miss Sykes used 7 years ago when she stabbed the Phantom's hand. Yes, that was discussed earlier, as I recall. Miss Sykes then stated that she remembers the culprit bleeding. It's my theory that the culprit's blood got on the moon rock, and he was afraid that if the blood was analyzed, his true identity would be revealed. That explains why the Phantom had to remove the moon rock from the crime scene. You mean if we ran the analysis now, we'd know who the Phantom is? Haha, yes, I suppose so, but unfortunately the moon rock in question is missing. That may be so, but I'm certain I can explain what happened to it in great detail. You can? Of course. Not. You don't actually expect us to believe that, do you? Because you don't fool me. What is this court? What this court needs is a bully-free zone. Ah, the infamous sword of the beguiling bluff. Its edge without compare. Come now, ready it with me, and show us just how finely it cuts. Your Honor, this is an outrage! Oh, I mean... This is an outrage! Yeah! Go on, right, Dono. Let's start with something that's been bothering me for a while. Now, the culprit supposedly removed the Moonrock from the lab. But in this video of him, it's nowhere to be seen. Oh, you're right! Oh my god, I'm screwing my voice. But here's something to consider. What if the Phantom hid the Moonrock somewhere at the scene of the crime? Good thinking, boss. Security was super tight at the Space Center back then. Does this mean that the Moonrock is still somewhere? Does this mean the Moonrock is still somewhere in the Space Center? In the name of justice, I proclaim that's impossible. And why's that? The Space Center was searched from top to bottom, especially the lab, but the Moonrock was never found. Ah, how could I forget about that? A sad but true fact. We still haven't a grasp on how it was done. But the Phantom made the Moonrock vanish into the ether. There's no way it just disappeared. Logic and evidence tells us otherwise. The Phantom didn't have the Moonrock on him when he left the lab. Yet a thorough police search didn't turn up anything. And it never turned up in the 7 years after that either. The Phantom made the rock disappear without physically removing it himself. But how? There must have been a way. Think, Phoenix, think! How did the Moonrock vanish from the robotics lab? So, can you or can you not show what happened to the Moonrock, Mr. Wright? Yes, I can. Your Honor? What? Oh, what? Oh, sorry, I mean, what? In that case, let's have your answer, Mr. Wright. How did the Phantom make the Moonrock disappear from the scene?
Take that!
That's the Hope capsule, right? The one that went up with the Hatch 1 rocket. He couldn't carry the rock out, but he couldn't leave it in the center to be found either. So there was only one safe place to stash it. The Hope capsule that was there in the lab that day. Yes, and the team must have loaded it onto the Hope space probe eventually. But if that's what happened, then the Moonrock would have been launched up into space along with the rocket. Preposterous! It would mean that for these past 7 years, the Moonrock was... Exactly. The Phantom got rid of the Moonrock in the most cosmic way he knew. It was out there, in the depths of space. Aboard the Hope space probe. What? Order in the court! I understand now. The Phantom's original scheme was to sabotage the Hatch 1 anyway. The villain used his primary objective to conveniently kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That's right. He planned for the Moonrock to be turned into cosmic dust out in space, thereby destroying the one piece of evidence that could reveal his true identity. And Mr. Starbuck and the others foiled the Phantom's plot. Hope space probe sailed off safely on its mission and returned 7 years later. With the capsule in tow. If we analyze the blood on the Moonrock, it should make one thing crystal clear. That you were the Phantom all along. Detective Fulbright. So he killed Clay just so he could get the moon rock back? I believe so. His real assignment may have been just to sabotage the hat too, but at the same time he also had to retrieve the evidence of his crime 7 years ago. That's why he went to the boarding lounge and attacked Clay as he made his escape out of the rocket with the capsule. But in the end, it was all he could do just to escape himself, so he didn't get the capsule. Clay must have done everything he could to stop Fulbright. He probably hung on to that capsule for all he was worth until his very last breath. Oh, this is so funny. You're making me laugh, you really do. Boy, he's totally out of whack now. It's game over for you, Detective Fulbright. Why don't just you admit to it all now? There's nothing to admit. I'm Bobby Fulbright. Undercover investigator, I tell you. I'm not the Phantom. The blood on the rock is just another one of his schemes. A trap. Now I'm not sure what to think. Suppose the Phantom is a spy with assault. A trap is not out of question. But in that case, you could say anything is a trap. That's what makes a trap. I've been famed at taking the blame for the Phantom. I believe further investigation is in order. Further investigation? More like plotting your escape. But no more. I will bring you to justice myself if I must. Here and now. I guess it's time to show you just what I'm really capable of. Die, Simon Blackquill! Hey, you guys aren't really... It looks like I made it just in time. Edgeworth? I've good news for you, Mr. Wright. I've uncovered some very crucial facts. Did you find something out about the Phantom's true identity? You might say that. I started by looking into the first people on the scene 7 years ago. All three, an employee and 2 officers, were registered in the robot's recognition systems, but none of them looked the least bit like Detective Fulbright. That's not good. But there's more. I've yet to share my most important finding. Mr. Wright, Prosecutor Blackwell, you'd best brace yourselves. Uh-oh. The man you see there before you, Bobby Fulbright, is already long dead. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? An unidentified body that was found a year ago has now been proven to possess Bobby Fulbright's fingerprints. Then does this mean? Yes, that man there is an imposter, pretending to be Bobby Fulbright. An imposter? Then this man, who the world is he? Enough of your trickery. If you will not reveal yourself to us, then I shall do it for you. What the? No! His face! Look what you did to my mask. Mask? What is the meaning of this, witness? Okay, you got me. I guess I have to show you who I really am now. Wait, but that's... Hey, Apollo. Yup, it's me, Solomon Starbuck. Mr. Starbuck! That can't be right! You can't really be the Phantom, can you? Of course not. The real Starbuck was aboard the Hat 1, which was set to be destroyed. Yeah, this is just another mask. I mean, didn't I tell you? I'm an undercover investigator. I can change identities at will. I can be anyone I want. Not so fast. I have the Phantom Psychic profile right here. Compile a psychic profile on you and compare the results. It will prove that you're the Phantom. It's time for me to show you the real meaning of the phrase, the end justifies the means. That voice. Those words. Defies the means. No. Fucking what? Oh my god, he was everywhere. Dude, he's been with us the whole fucking game. I cannot accept such evidence here, Miss. I can't accept such evidence here, Miss Sykes. Professor Means? Mask? I'll take what I want, by any means necessary. Now give me that evidence. Huh? Time to take out the trash. Permanently. How could you? Now do you see how powerful the end justifies the means can be?
Silence!
How pathetic. You can't even speak without wearing another man's face. Ah, but that's the life of an undercover agent for you. My real face has no meaning or value to me at all. Okay, I misunderstood what was going on. He just... Or perhaps it's really the case that you don't even know who you are anymore. What must you see when you look in a mirror, Mr. Phantom? Not an awful lot, I wager. Well, aren't you just the master of psychology, Blackwell? That's right, I don't know who I am. I'm always living as someone else for my assignments. I don't remember what my face looks like, or even what my personality was like. My face, memories, personality, beliefs, emotions, and soul, I left them all behind. I have no self. I am no one. I am nothing but an endless abyss. What's with this guy? Is he even still human? And now we resume with your lesson, Professor Wright. Oh, huh? I believe you made this argument earlier. If you were to analyze the blood on the moon rock, you could prove that I am the Phantom. I believe there was blood on the rock in that capsule. Now that we know you are Bobby Fulbright. Claims of a phantom trap won't work anymore. Then why don't you bring this moon rock in? It's decisive evidence from the Hope Capsule. I think I will do just that. Get ready, because the Hope Capsule is about to seal your... Fudge! It looks like you have finally caught on. Full marks for the defensive effort. But what a shame your hope was lost in the courtroom explosion. So that's the real reason this courtroom was blown up. It was all for the Phantom to destroy that one piece of evidence. I can't believe it. Have we really reached a dead end after coming all this way? Has the only evidence we have on this guy really been destroyed? How dare you continue to call me the Phantom? And I've said all along I'm just a nameless undercover agent.
Objection!
And the defense will continue to assert that you are the Phantom. Furthermore, we have proof. Or at least a prayer. I'm afraid that won't do, Mr. Wright. At least put some weight behind your swing, right, Donum? I know, I'm trying. There's only one thing that can unmask this menace. The moon rock. That was blown to bits in the courtroom bombing. And yet, is it really gone without a trace? What if some tiny part, some little fragment still exists? Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there too. That strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture. Very well, Mr. Wright, let's see your proof. It's the tail. The tail is the moon rock, isn't it?
Take that!
Isn't that the bomb that blew up the courtroom? And the moon rock along with it? Are you saying this will reveal the Phantom's identity? Yes, Your Honor. Focus your attention on this photo taken after the bombing. It's Specifically right here.
Take that!
Please take a look at this newspaper article. This article about the Hatch One. Now please note the strange black and yellow rock there on the left. That's the moon rock. And when we look at this photo of the bomb fragments, see how there is a rock-like object with the same coloration? Oh my, yes, I see it! It would seem that the moon rock was much more durable than the Phantom thought. If we take a look at all the fragments that the police found, we'll likely find one with blood. And DNA testing on that blood will prove that the witness is indeed the Phantom. Unbelievable! But that's impossible! But that's impossible! A surprise to be sure. That's one bloody tough rock. Let us have the fragments tested straight away. Oh, and you'll be having a DNA test too, Foolbright. Bailiff, contact the police department immediately and order the testing. Prosecutor Blackwell, what do the test results show? There was a rock fragment that had blood on it. It appeared to be several years old. DNA testing revealed. Well, I'm sure you know full well what it revealed. They confirmed it was the witness's blood, didn't they? There's no use in trying to talk your way out anymore. Admit it. You are the Phantom.
Objection!
Huh? Mr. Wright, did you just raise an objection to yourself? No, I didn't say a word. That was my objection, Apollo. Huh? Oh my god. Why? It was a pretty good objection, too. Don't you think? Now he's me? So, did you have an objection or not, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, no, not really, Your Honor. No, not you, Mr. Wright. I mean the witness, Mr. Wright. Could this child get any more insane? Mr. Wright, this fragment of a rock in the photograph and those just like it. How can you be so sure they're pieces of the same moon rock that was at the robotics lab? Care to explain what you mean? Well, there may have been a rock or two. The courtroom that had my blood on it. But how do you know they're not just rocks? You can't prove they're the moon rock, right?
Objection!
Don't be absurd. Just compare the fragment with the rock in the newspaper article. Anyone can see they're the same. Exact same coloration. But maybe some other rock with the same coloration happened to be in the courtroom. It's highly unlikely a rock with such a unique appearance just happened to be there. But you can't deny its possibility.
Objection!
But your blood was found on the fragments. Apollo, there's nothing suspicious about my blood being on a piece of rock. And why not? I know it sounds like an excuse, but several years ago I tripped and fell in this very courtroom. I was hurt pretty badly. Maybe that's how my blood found its way onto a piece of rubble. Even he must realize how ridiculous that sounds. And yet, I suppose it's not completely out of the question. Haha, I see you're starting to sweat, Mr. Wright. I thought the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're the last person I want to hear that from. Well, then why don't we get those fragments analyzed? We could ask an expert to verify if they're from the moon rock in the robotics lab or not. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that just isn't going to be possible. And why not? In order to prove that the fragments are from what you say they are from, you need a sample of the moon rock from 7 years ago to compare it with. But that moon rock doesn't exist anymore. There's no sample data left either. So you see, short of going back in time, there's no way to prove that any of the fragments are from that moon rock. Oh, no! There's really no way to prove it? Are you finally ready to throw in the towel? So the moon rock doesn't exist anymore, huh? That's right. It was such a valuable rock, too. A shame, really. But it's lost to us forever. He's wrong. It's not completely lost. There's another piece of it right here by our side. A shining fragment of hope that could turn everything around. The final piece of evidence to put this phantom away for good. The defense has a piece of evidence that completely contradicts your claim. You have what now? A final fragment of hope that was passed down with great love and care. We do? We do. Even if the person holding it hasn't realized it yet. Is this true, Mr. Wright? Pay no attention to him, Your Honor. He's just bluffing as usual. I wonder if you'll be able to force your biggest smile when you see what I got. Try me. The piece of evidence that shows the original moon rock is completely lost is... Aha! Just about the only... Athena, you may not know it, but your mother left with you a very important piece of evidence. She did? You're bluffing. You don't have anything of the kind. Oh, but we do. Evidence that will finally corner you. Because we have a moon rock of our own. Yeah. Oh, you mean... Exactly. A gift Dr. Sykes left her daughter. An item Athena has cherished and worn all these years. As distant as Dr. Sykes may have seemed to her daughter, that fragment of her love. Will shake off the darkness of the past and give us all hope for the future. This is your defense. This is the defense's sample of the moon rock.
Take that!
That's your sample? This earring that Miss Sykes always wears. Was made from the moon rock. Huh? All this time? Oh my god, it was right here all along? I hate when visual novels do auto-skip dialogue. It was made from the original moon rock. Okay, there we go. That's one of the worst things about these games. Oh, it can't be! If the composition of the bomb fragments and earring are found to be a match, then it will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the origin of the fragment in this photo. And since the test results showed that the blood on the fragments was yours, this means the identity you try so hard to hide will finally be revealed. The identity I tried to hide? I don't have any identity to hide. I might not have Athena's ears, but now, even I can hear the fear in your voice. Fear? I don't feel fear. I left out all my emotions behind years ago. Every human being feels fear. You simply can't face the emotions inside you. You can't face them because you have nothing. No love, no trust. I suppose you do. I didn't have anybody to support me at first either. I couldn't face the fear inside me, couldn't get over the trauma of my past. Like I said, I don't feel fear. And you're just a coward for running away from yourself. When I had my doubts about Miss Sykes, I felt like I would collapse under the weight. But I wanted to trust her. And I knew I could trust Mr. Wright to uncover the truth. That's why I was able to face my suspicions without hesitation. Running away from myself? How could I run from myself? There's nothing inside me. Nothing at all.
Objection!
I know it's hard for someone as unwilling to trust others as you to understand, but people have emotions. It's just a fact of life. And so people can be weak at times. That's exactly why people need to trust one another, so they can gain the strength to face themselves when things are at their bleakest. Without trust in others, how can you ever hope to face your fears? The fear inside of me? Is this... No. Ah! Ah! afraid. I'm scared. I feel fear. You can't outrun yourself. Remove that mask and unleash your emotions. Confront your guilt head on. With your own true face. I can't do this because I'm only one man. Can't do 3 voices at once. My own true face? No, please don't. I know you're here. Where are you? See? I haven't revealed anything yet. Honest. No, my face. I don't have one on my face. I want your face. Is this my face? Is it? Is it? No, that's not it. No. No. This isn't me either. Is this me? Which one is my face? What am I? Who am I? To get shot? A sniper attack in this very courtroom. It chills me to my bones. But the police are doing everything they can to track down the sniper. God damn, what is with it? But the police are doing everything they can to track down the sniper as we speak. Prosecutor Blackwell, how is Detective Fulbright? I mean, his imposter doing? He's a lucky fellow. The bullet didn't hit any vital organs. He appears to be in no danger of dying. Well, that was fortunate for all of us. Analysis of the final piece of evidence right donor submitted is in. Composition of Mrs. Psycheria and the fragment with the blood on it match. We can now be certain that it is a fragment of the moon rock in question. The murders and the bombings at the Space Center, both past and present. The bombing of courtroom number 4 and all of his other crimes, as numerous as the stars. Under suspicion of all these things, the spy known as the Phantom has been incarcerated. The prosecutor's office is now responsible for his well-being. Death sentence. There are still a myriad of things we wish him to tell us about after all. Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. Well, it's time to finally bring this trial to an end. But before I do, will the defendant please return to a proper place? Yes, Your Honor. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Athena Sykes, not guilty. Play that cheer thing on repeat. Court is adjourned. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Thank you, Pearls, and thank you for being there for Athena. It's the least I could do. But Athena was great, wasn't she? She was so strong throughout the whole trial. Daddy! I'm so glad to see you. Trucy, are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine, Daddy. I was doing magic tricks for the other hostages to keep our spirits up. That's our Trucy for you. I'm really glad to see you're safe. I would say, oh, how cute shit, but they're siblings, so. Right? Right, I fear you, I owe you another debt of gratitude. Edgeworth. We never would have caught him if it weren't for all of you. Ah, come on, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? You're the ones who have been tracking the Phantom all this time. Plus, you were the ones who gave Blackwell permission to serve as prosecutor, right? Yes, well, we knew the Phantom was somewhere nearby. The police and I were trying to find him, but we never did manage to do so until this trial. Well, we never would have won this trial without you. We sure helped as chief prosecutor that was key to a successful conclusion. Besides, I love you. It was you that saw to it that I got my attorney's back, wasn't it? So you figured it out, did you? Yeah, getting my license back went just a little too smoothly, you know. Should have been much harder after that evidence forging scandal. Well, I owed you a few favors. Favors? Hey, Edgeworth, think we could finally bring the dark age of the law to an end? Even the darkest night turns to dawn eventually. Our sun will rise again. Besides, now that Prosecutor Blackwell has been cleared of all charges, a great deal of mistrust towards the court system should have been swept away. You know, you could have said that with a bigger smile, Edgeworth. It won't kill you. Instead, the furrows in the brow of yours just keep getting deeper and deeper. So I should smile more, huh? I'll think about it. Ah, the complicated love-hate relationship between lifelong rivals. Athena? Athena? I'm forever in your debt. You went to all that trouble, even taking the bar exam while you were overseas. Well, I knew that if I didn't get your sentence overturned fast, you'd be executed. So I studied and studied. I was frantic. I'm so glad I made it in time. Just barely. I still made it. That a girl, Athena. It's good to see you finally let your tears out. Yes, I survived by the skin of my teeth thanks to you. Shame on you, Simon, for trying to throw your life away like that. It was never my intention to just throw my life away, but something in this world are more important than your own life. Like what? My honor-bound duty to protect with my life. My mentor's most beloved treasure. Huh? That's some loyalty. This guy really is a samurai, through and through. Well, it looks like we can breathe easy now. Apollo, Athena, thank you both. It took all of us together to pull it off. You bet, boss. What a team we are, huh? It was definitely the most amazing turnabout I've ever seen. I'm a lucky guy. My office has the best, most capable lawyers around. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'm going to work extra hard to make up for all the worry I caused. Apollo Justice is ready to go. Let's hear it for the Wright Anything Agency. Well, nobody's going to try harder than me, so you'd better watch out, Apollo. Simon is free thanks to Mr. Wright. There are many more people out there who need our help. You're right, and I'll be needing you both to help them. We still have a long way to go. Get ready, you two. We won a major victory, but the war is far from over. There are still people out there suffering under false charges who need defending. We got a lot of work ahead of us. If we ever hope to fully bring the dark age of the law to a close. Hey, I know one thing we have to do. We have to celebrate with a bowl of piping hot noodles, huh? Nothing like a bowl of Eldoon's noodles after a trial all on Mr. Wright's tab. That's how it works at the Wright Anything Agency, right, Mr. Wright? Huh? Huh? As a boss, it's your duty to express gratitude to your people for their great work. In that case, allow me to join in the festivities. I'd greatly welcome a bowl of noodles. Huh? 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 I have an idea, Daddy. Why don't you just invite everybody involved with the case? The more the merrier, right? Oh, Mr. Nick, look how far you've come. When did you grow up to be such a generous gentleman? Here it comes, guys. Guys, under these circumstances, there's only one thing I can say. Only if I get to join in. Hey, no fair, I want to say it, too. Okay, here we go. Objection! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I was trying to think of something nice I could do for Polly now that he's back. So I decided to go around and get a bunch of jobs for him to do. Find a lost cat, install an air conditioner, give a computer lesson, find a lost item. I think I should have found him a few legal cases. Nah, that's okay. This is the right anything agency after all. Tina and Apollo were so wonderful in court. I'd better study as much as I can if I want to be a judge someday. My grandma says eat lots of peppers and they'll ignite your passion. Oh, but I should figure out which to grow, green peppers or yellow peppers. Or maybe I should go with hot as the sun red peppers instead. The end of the dark age of the law, you say? 'Tis how naive. Don't you know it's sometimes necessary to get a guilty verdict by any means possible? What, they're putting me under investigation? The chief prosecutor wants to see me? Eee! Is that it? Can't be it. There's gotta be more characters. I've been asked to debut the greatest masked wrestler, Temantaro. He's scheduled to go against the amazing Tails next. Oh, what to do? Fight to finish with myself? Why don't you ask Mr. Demon Lawyer to be the amazing Ninetales? The second, that's not a bad idea. I better be all for it. Ha ha ha! So we're to meet as foes, are we, my little friend? Would you believe it? I'm Alderman of Ninetales Vale now. Pretty impressive, eh? I took over Rex QB for the good of my beloved village. What do you say? Would you like to make a little donation to help us out? Hey, you! What do you think you're doing sneaking into the manor? Ah! The jig's up! Better make a run for it! I thought I wanted to be an artist, but after seeing the amazing job Athena did, I started becoming genuinely interested in law, so now I'm studying for the bar exam. I'm going to prosecute Athena someday. You'll see! I'm studying my buns off too, but not for that. I'm going to pass the Themis entrance exam on my own merit this time. With a score of 100 points, of course. Hugh, Juniper, our dream will live on forever! I found a really sweet boxes for all three of them, but they won't wear them. Is it because I want to be a legal journalist instead of lawyers or a judge? But anyway, thanks to the trial, the school newspaper future is as bright as can be. Now let's see what the fresh blood have to say in the new school paper. Our editor cried so hard at graduation rehearsal, her cardboard box got soggy. The one and only reunion concert. I still remember that evening of passion. The president of the student council saying like no high school student I've ever had. Then she's a judge in her own court someday. I'd love to have a jam session with her. It'd be the coolest trial ever, yeah? I can already hear it now. God, this is it's beautiful. This music and the credit music is just beautiful. I gave this place a good cleaning from top to bottom, but it's already a mess again. I guess the only thing I can do now is clean up the attitudes of the people in this office. With Mystic Maya due to come here once her training is over, it simply must be done. Hopefully we'll see her in the next game. Hopefully she'll be our assistant in the next game again. Haha! Humanity's dream for outer space will never die! In fact, planning for the hat-free rocket has already officially begun. Look upon me, people of this great nation. I'm Minister Glorious of Yuri Cosmos. What do you... Oh, Director. Yes. Rocket preparations are fully complete. Yes. You just leave everything to me. Assistant Director Yuri Cosmos. God, this music is amazing. God damn, I love it more than anything in the game. I'm going to the moon in the new rocket. If Athena or Mommy Mentis come to the moon, I would love to show them around. But which is more interesting, Montes Perennis or the Mare Tranca something? You think they would like either one? Yay! Hooray! I wonder how Miss Aurora is doing. I'd rather be near Miss Aurora than on the moon. Oh, Miss Aurora, I just want you to use me again like you used to. Ready for launch? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! I'm going to the moon for real this time! For me and for Clay. Thanks to my lawyers, I know now I should never give up. But I'm worried. You can't breathe in space, and in fact, it's cold as heck. Oh man, now I'm getting really nervous. No, I am not employed here. I simply came to request the services in defense of my sister. But no one's around, and I've been kept waiting for a long time. What sort of case brings you here? Oh, your father was accused, and you wish for Athena to defend him. Then perhaps he and I shall meet in the courtroom in the near future. This music's freaking amazing. I was just like jamming out here. I look forward to next month's salary assessment. Hey, please forgive me! Oh, that's perfect. Blackwell's acquittal has brought all manner of ills in the prosecutor's office to light. It seems solving that case has thawed the chill of winter and the warmth of spring. I owe Wrighthead another debt of gratitude. But I will repay him one day, you can trust in that. Okie dokie, well that's the end of all that. I'll be interested to see if there's anything else, but for now, I'm just gonna talk over this music a little bit. So yeah, that was great, guys. I love it. I mean, Shu Takumi can, like, when he actually has his hands on a game, like, yes, his writing's not always the greatest, but man, it never bothers me. I always feel so satisfied at the end. This was an interesting game. It was nice to see Apollo still got some height, even though he was regulated to assistant again after he wasn't the greatest. So they brought Phoenix back. But yeah, it's great to see all the characters make a return. Pearl's return was great. I really hope Maya returns in Spirit of Justice. I think that may actually happen. Or if it's an older Pearls, I guess that works too. And in the case of that, we will not be jumping right into Dual Destinies into Spirit of Justice. I mean, first off, I want to test and see if my computer will be able to handle it, but it should be able to handle... It handled this pretty alright. We had a couple of hiccups with lagging in the recording, but nothing is major. So, yeah, what a great game. Oh, I got sidetracked. So we won't be going right into Spirit of Justice. I will be going back to Ace Attorney Investigations, and that'll run alongside, Gen 4 Revisited, which I meant to bring back today when I first started the recordings, but I had to get, we were so close to the end of the game, and I was too invested, I just had to get to the end of it. So, Gen 4 Revisited will probably not be returning this week. If I find the will and time to record tomorrow, I will get Gen 4 Revisited out there this week. If not, it'll definitely be coming back next week, I promise you that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm excited to go back through Ace Attorney Investigations and watch Spirit of Justice, because I want to get through it, because I want to watch Save Data Team's playthrough of Ace Attorney Investigations, but I can't do that until I get through these games myself. Like, I haven't been able to watch their series on this game because I was playing it blind here for you all, so I do want to get Ace Attorney Investigations finished. Then we will go to Spirit of Justice, and then I will do Ace Attorney Investigations 2. I don't know if I'm ever going to go back to Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. If it will, it'll be the last thing I play, because it really didn't get all that much engagement, not enough to me to warrant sitting down and taking the time to record all the videos. This series got way more engagement overall than that series did. So yeah, and it looks like the credits are done. That lasted the whole time in credits. So I will see you guys when we go back at these investigations, once we get back to that. Hold on, let's get back to the... Is there anything at the end here? Oh, yep, there's a cutscene. Good thing.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Oh, this is... I like this ending.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
What a way to finish off the game. Look at this beautiful anime cutscene. Oh, and everyone's watching him go up into space. Oh, man. Oh, it's Aura. From jail. They're all seeing him go to space.
Mr. Starbuck! You'll be fine! Just believe in yourself!
The moon's closer than you think!
I love this.
Thanks, guys. I wouldn't have made it back into space if it wasn't for you.
Ah, yeah!
All right!
Through the years, I've seen as much joy as heartache, honesty as deceit. Just as Mr. Starbuck was able to escape the harsh pull of his fears and despair. I believe that hope and friendship can lift us all up towards a brighter tomorrow. There you have it, folks. There is the true end. We are not going to continue right on, but... Spirit of Justice, well, here we come. Well, not yet, but we will get to it eventually. It's when I'm ready to come back to the game, but it'll be interesting to see, and I can't wait to experience it with you all. But, until then, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Bony Time for more content, especially more Ace Attorney investigations, because that's what we're going to be going back to next. And I will see you all next time. Oh yeah, I forgot. Also make sure to share this video. Well, actually, maybe you shouldn't, because it kind of spoils the ending. But still share this video so some people can decide to go back and watch the original. Also, there is also a special episode I am going to be looking up if that is in between any of the cases. So yeah, but we don't need to worry about that right now. See y'all next time.